Stephanie Milky here, aka KetoMOM, or often called mom, sis, Steffi, daughter, wife, aunt, and friend. Just like many of you, I carry a lot of titles. My favorite title is mom. I should probably say wife, which takes a lot of my time. But let's be honest, if you want to do something and do it well, you will make the time for it. Commitment is hard because we find ourselves overcommitted, but when you practice prioritizing, you will find out what is actually important and what you can let go. With the KetoMOM podcast, you will learn together how to manage our time, commit to the most important things in life, and I will equip you with the tools you need to feel qualified each step of the way. My name is Stephanie Milky, and welcome to the KetoMOM Secrets podcast. Hey everybody, welcome to the KetoMOM page. My name is Stephanie. Kind of look like a lumberjack. I'm tuning in from Minnesota. I like to say Minnesota, but I can't say that because my words are powerful and I do not want there to be snow yet. And I do look like a lumberjack. I like to be warm. All right. It's actually cold where I'm at, just so you know. So as you're tuning in, I need to know. I do like to know where you're tuning in from. If you're tuning in from Florida, anywhere in Florida, we have been praying for everybody in Florida, and then also as the storm is traveling up the East Coast. So we are praying for you. Stay safe. We are praying for you 100%. We have some friends in Florida. Everybody is safe and well, but I have been seeing some crazy stuff. So keep our Florida friends in your prayers. Hands down. So where are you tuning in from? And then I also would love to know, what did you have for lunch? I took a picture of my lunch today. I put it on my stories, and I actually didn't jokingly say this. I said this. I've had egg salad for lunch every day this week because it's my favorite. I love egg salad. I love tuna fish every single day. I have been wanting egg salad, so that's what I've been eating. So I need you to say hi. Today we're going to talk about net carbs and total carbs. That has been the question. The question of the day. How do I decipher net carbs and total carbs? And which one do I do? Should I follow net carbs? And should I follow total carbs? So I'm going to give you an example. I'll show you on a bar that I have, and I'll show you how to calculate that. I am going to shake up my ketones. Something just crashed outside my door. So I'm shaking up my mom fuel. I'm doing a caffeine-free prickly pear, which if you're watching live, we do have a fun sale on ketones. I call it my mom fuel right now for today on seasonal flavors. So flavors that aren't always around, and this is one of them, and I absolutely love this one. So we're going to do a 2 o'clock tasting and a keto tip. The keto tip is going to be around net carbs and total carbs, and I'm going to talk about an October challenge. So yes, say hi. How are you guys? How are you? I see some of you from Texas and New York, North Carolina. I love it. Minnesota. There is not a lot of people on here from Minnesota. I need to find some Minnesota friends. Or, what was that? Or my husband would say we're moving to Florida. For real. He wants to. All right, I'm shaking this up. It's ketones. I've been drinking it for 7 years. It puts you in ketosis in under an hour. So, what does that mean? It means, hold on, you have energy. Somebody just messaged me. She goes, listen, Stephanie, I hit the 2 o'clock wall every day. Years ago, over 7 years ago, that used to be me. Every day I would turn on the TV and I would say, hey, girls, because we have 4 daughters and I homeschool, and I would say, girls, mommy just needs a nap. So I just need 30 minutes. And I don't do that anymore. I haven't taken a nap in 7 years. So for me, I needed energy to stay awake. I didn't want to be slamming energy drinks. I was not a coffee drinker. I don't know about you. If energy is one of those things that you need, is that anybody? Let me ask you this question. If you had to pick between 3 different things, if you want more energy, if you want fat loss, or if you just need to control your appetite, which one would you choose? Some of you might say all 3. I, hands down, needed the energy. I needed to just be able to get through my day, not feeling crabby, not feeling like I was just talking to my sister on the phone. And she was like, I don't even know. I'm having a bad day. She was kind of cranky. And then she goes, or maybe it's not me. Maybe everybody else is having a bad day and they're rubbing off on me. I said, you need some ketones. I love it. All 3. So that's what I drink. I drink ketones. Your body can make them. You're on a ketogenic page. You're on a KetoMOM page because here we share keto recipes and low carb recipes and different tips and tricks about water and electrolytes and moving your body. And if you understand, your body can make ketones. If you do the keto diet properly and for a certain period of time, hopefully your body will make them. It becomes a fat burner. It becomes where your body runs off of ketones and not sugar and carbs like glucose, right? And so there's different ways that you can grab them. There's different ways that you can trial them. There's different trial packs. We've got a challenge pack. And so they're super great. You know, people ask about the cost, and I say this. Most people are spending money somewhere. Energy drinks, protein shakes, Starbucks coffee every single day, a drive-thru, or they get things done like their nails and all of the things, right? And so I'm like, even if it's $5 a day, like if you're snacking less, if you're eating less, let's say you're not spending so much money on it, like there's lots of things that people spend their money on. So I will say, this is my tool. I don't go through a drive-thru. I don't sit in a drive-thru line for coffee every single. There's lots of things I choose not to do because it's a tool that I use. That's absolutely incredible that I've been drinking for 7 years. So this is one of my new favorites. It's called Prickly Pear. And there's a sale today. It's so good. It's so good. I have CrossFit in 2 hours, so maybe an hour and a half. If you want to know about the sale, where you can save, we've got 25% off seasonal flavors. You can post sale in the comments. Or if you want to join the challenge, we have an October challenge coming up. It has to do with our challenge box. So it is 10 caffeine free, 5 different flavors. It's a variety box. You're going to get put into my accountability group. We're going to do prizes. We're going to play bingo. We're going to have fun. I'm going to give you tips every day. I'm going to help you with your food. If you want to join us for the challenge, this is simply, we're going to work on eating low carb, carb conscious, or you can go as strict as you want. We're going to work on drinking water. We're going to work on moving your body if you can, or we're going to work on drinking ketones once or twice a day, whatever you'd like. And I'm going to coach you through it and see what you think. And so we're going to pay attention to your energy, your focus, your appetite control. Somebody said, what are these? These are ketones. And so this is not tart at all. There are some flavors that are more tart. This is more sweet. You can always add more water too. So this is, I like it more sweet. My husband adds, like, he does a 24-ounce bottle. It tastes like prickly pear. Kind of like, you know what it tastes like? Some people say whatever prickly pear tastes like. I don't know. I've never had one. So kind of like a pear crossed with a watermelon, kind of crossed with cotton candy, but not crazy sweet, but delicious. It kind of tastes like a watermelon Jolly Rancher now that you say it, but not. I don't know. It's hard to explain. It's great. So that's the flavor of the day. It's called Prickly Pear. If you want to know about the sale, just post sale in the comments and we'll chat. And I'll walk you through what these are. Okay, are you guys ready for your keto tip? It has to do with net carbs and total carbs. Let me ask you this question. Do you, if you count carbs, or maybe you're one that just makes, let me ask you, are you more, I ask you a lot of questions. Let me back up. Do you consider yourself very strict keto or more lazy keto? Some people say dirty keto. Some people say low carb. Some people, we could just go strict keto, low carb. And under the low carb is lazy keto and dirty keto and all the different types of ketos. You're basically either following something very strict or you're more low carb, which is fine. And some of you don't track anything. You just take the buns off your burgers, the croutons off your salad. Like that's how most people make this a lifestyle, right? Now, there are a lot of keto, low carb packaged products that have come out. And so people will go, hey, I don't understand because I have this bar and it, you know, I don't understand why it says it's, let's see what this says. It says 15 carbs, right? If you just look at the ingredient or it says total carbs 15. And so I had somebody go, I don't understand because it says keto on it. And I said, because when you take something that's prepackaged, you can actually take this, you can look at the total carbs, and you can subtract the fiber. There's 11 grams of fiber. Do you know what that does? You're going to eat this and probably in the bathroom for a little bit, which is great. We all love a good poo. There's nothing wrong with that. My kids would be like, I can't believe you said that online. It's true. Like, we could talk a lot about poop because that's an issue that a lot of people have. So, and it says sugar alcohol. So you can subtract fiber and sugar alcohol. And so you have a net carb of 4. So this bar is 4 net carbs. What does that mean? That means that you would eat this. And if you are just calculating in your head, so I'll have people go, if I could just take the buns off my burger and eat more proteins and salad, right? And then if I eat something like this, my goal is to calculate like under 50 carbs a day. If your goal is low carb and you're going to do under 50 carbs a day, then you would go, I'm just going to throw that into my mind. This is about 5 carbs. If my goal is to be more carb conscious, I'm just going to be aware of what I choose when I'm calculating it. Does that make sense? So a lot of people a lot of people choose a lot of prepackaged things. I'm not saying this is bad. Things like this are really great for traveling, on the go. A lot of you are in the car back and forth after work, taking your kids from this sport to this sport to this sport. And so this will get you by instead of the drive-thru, 100%. And so a net carb is simply taking the total carbs and subtracting sugar, alcohols, and fiber. Those should not, 99% of people should not spike your insulin. And so this is going to be a better option than a Snicker bar. Does that make sense? And so some people will go, well, why do I do total carbs versus net carbs? Everybody's different. If your goal is to maintain, if your goal is to just do the best that you can, and you're like, well, I would either grab a Snickers or I'm going to grab this. This is a better option. Now, some of you are super strict keto, and some of you maybe have a lot of fat to lose. Some of you are like, I actually need to lose 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 pounds. These things, while they're still a better option, might not be the best at the moment. It's going to be a better option, but everybody's different. Some people will ask me a lot of medical questions, and I always say I'm not a doctor. There is a really great tool for you. Let me show you it. So I said I'm not a doctor, but there is a book that you could go and grab. It's called the Ketogenic Bible, and actually Dr. Ryan Lowry and Dr. Jacob Wilson are the ones that formulated and created the ketones. And so they have this incredible book that if you actually want to understand things like insulin resistance, or I get a lot of medical questions, a lot of them. This walks you through the actual ketogenic diet, a lot of medical questions. It also has a ton of recipes in here. And this book will walk you through what is best for you and how to calculate that, and why maybe your body might do better with total carbs because it's actually not doing great with net carbs. It might be too many carbs. Like, I am not a doctor, but I can give you a general idea of what you should be drinking, the food you should be eating, some better options, how to move your body. Like, I will help you with the overall viewpoint from a mom's perspective who has learned over the last 7 years from, I've gotten to meet Dr. Ryan and Dr. Jacob almost every year. We meet them, we hang out with them. We've been into their labs in Florida. They're actually in Tampa. Incredible people, incredible scientists and doctors, so knowledgeable. So if you're looking for a resource, this would be really helpful for you, especially medical wise. So they would answer all those questions in that book, of course, because I am not a doctor. But I know this. It's a better option. It does not need to be I eat this every single day, twice a day option. And realizing that it's not 15 carbs, it's 4 net carbs. So for those who've been asking, net carbs and total carbs, that's how that works. For those who've been asking about my mom fuel, it's pretty incredible for sure. It keeps me awake and focused with my kids. I was able to, 7 years ago, lose the last little bit of baby weight, which is great. And I feel like I'm getting stronger. I actually feel like I'm in better shape. You guys, today, I'll be 40 in less than 6 months. I feel like I'm in better shape. I feel stronger. I feel better than I actually did when I was in my 20s, hands down. If you knew how I ate when I was in my 20s and you saw me today, you'd be like, well, clearly food plays a big factor in that. You can do caffeine or caffeine free in the drink. So there's caffeine, there's trial packs. So if you just want to know more about the sale, post-sale, if you're a current customer, you can go check it out in your old back office and you can see the new flavors on sale. If you've never tried the product at all, you can just post trial and we can chat. I've got trial packs for caffeine and caffeine free. Otherwise, we also have a fun October challenge coming which has caffeine and caffeine-free in it, or you can do all caffeine. I will help you. Doesn't matter where you're going to start. I'm going to help you on your journey. So, hey, I love it. Hey, thanks for tuning in. Thank you for commenting below. I think you guys are amazing. And that's it. So I get to go get ready for CrossFit. It is actually a beautiful day here in Minnesota. Crispy, chilly, beautiful, and sunny. It's cold. So thank you for tuning in. I truly appreciate it. You can head to KetoMomSecrets.com. You can actually go to KetoMomSecrets.com and click on trials, and you can go ahead and grab some or post trial down below. You can click on recipes. You can click on book club, whatever you're looking for. Otherwise, send me a message. I'm here to help. I hope you guys have an incredible day. We'll talk to you soon.